Hi, you guys. So I just rewatched the manipulation transmission. It's actually very timely to things that have just gone on when I'm recording this at the time that I'm recording this. But it was recorded many years ago from when I'm recording this. So it's interesting to go back and look and see how their messages are still relevant. And that's how they really intended it to be, is that how their transmissions were coming through were not necessarily for today or tomorrow, but for a while to help bring the frequency up on the planet. So in this one, they're talking to us about being discerning and to recognizing our loving nature, the way we want to work together. And they initiate kind of an acknowledging that if you're listening to the Light Council, you are also a light bringer. You're bringing yourself kind of into a restoration process to that acknowledgement. Like, I am a light bringer and I'm going to restore myself to being in alignment with that rather than a fear or opposition. Also talking about like checking in with yourself and whether or not you're manipulating people or trying to control how people feel about you. There's some ancestral clearings in this one. There's some calls to uh, clearing alliances with countries or with one particular person, maybe a politician or something. So it's just really interesting transmission to kind of try and get us realigned with creating out of a place of love and connection with each other and that frequency of love rather than the frequency of manipulation. It's also very much calling us to acknowledge that there's manipulation all over the place and that we can be kind of manipulated through fear or through kind of divisive kind of an energy. It's kind of making everybody feel dismissed or not necessarily included, and then therefore no one feels included, right? And so then there's this kind of conflict. Anyway, that's my take on what they're saying. I think it's always good. They're definitely still talking about going in order at this beginning of this transmission, meaning some of the first transmissions kind of build on each other. So if you haven't watched the previous ones, I would go back and do it. All right, take care.